Time to get an edge a little bit to that psychedelic rock and roll, just a little bit, little taste of what's to come. Love, yes, the group Love on Billboard's Hot 100, April 30th, 1966. Let me bring that up for you real quick. But before I talk about that record, uh, let me give you some of the top 10 hits from that week. Time Won't Let Me by Sonny DeRacy, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, and The Outsiders at number 7. Secret Agent Man by Johnny Rivers at number 5. Sloop John B by Beach Boys at number 4, up from number 8. And Monday Monday by the Mamas and the Papas, their second big hit at number 3, up from number 10. You're My Soul and Inspiration by the Rogers Brothers at number 2, and Good Lovin' by the Rascals at number 1. April 30th, 1966. We are there. We are there. Let's go all the way down to the bottom rungs of Billboard's Hot 100. Pick out the Lost 45. My Little Red Book by the group Love, making its debut at number 99 that week. On Billboard's Hot 100, Love, Arthur Lee, the leader of Love, originally from Memphis, but he moved to Los Angeles when he was very young. By the early 60s, he was in some of the LA bands. He played in some of the bands in that area like the LAGs, Lee's American Four, another band that he was in. And get this, 1964, Arthur Lee. He produced a record called My Diary by Rosa Lee Brooks. Rosa Lee Brooks. Guess who played guitar on that record? An unknown at the time named Jimi Hendrix played on that record. Rosa Lee Brooks. You know, that's a collector's edition right there. That's a collector's item and a half. God knows how much that record would sell for now among the record collectors. But there it is. But Arthur Lee, I guess around 1965 or so, he saw the Byrds perform. He decided to take a different route. Form a rock band that would combine the electric folk rock, or the folk rock of the Byrds, with R&B. He teamed up with a guitarist. Oh gosh, I can't read my chicken scratch. Well, I'll put it to you like this. With about 3 or 4 other guys, he formed the group Love. Group Love was born 1965. Started playing the clubs in Los Angeles, generating a following. They lived in this communal house. I don't know if it was really a castle, but it was called the Castle. That's where they lived at. Signed a deal with Elektra Records, and they came out with their first album called Love. Didn't sell too well, about 150,000 copies. Well, that's not too bad, but Love, their third album, was considered a masterpiece, but 7 plus 7 is. Now, that was not off that album, but that was one of their jams right there. That was absolute punk. The guy, Arthur Lee, sounded like Jimi Hendrix on that record, and you got that punk, that proto-punk drumming in the background. It's one of the punk rock was not invented in England. The Sex Pistols, the Clash, did not invent punk rock. It came from here in America. Love was right there. Like the Music Machine when they did Talk Talk. One of those hard rock proto-punk classics. Here in America. America made, my friend. That's right. But here's the ironic thing. My Little Red Book debuting at number 99. Guess who wrote that? Burt Bacharach and Hal David. You don't associate those guys with heavy metal or hard rock. Easy listening, writing hit records for Dionne Warwick. But here's the thing. Burt Bacharach was working with the beat groups that got popular in 64 and 65. He wrote that song for Manfred Mann. Manfred Mann covered that song in the movie What's New Pussycat originally. And then Love covered it. And word has it that Burt Bacharach was not happy with Love's cover because they made some chord changes. Nonetheless, it does sound like a British Invasion record. It's got a great hook in there, in the chorus. It does. It's certainly a lot more commercial than 7 plus 7 is. Even though 7 plus 7 is just barely made top 40, it did go up to number 39, 38, something like that. It was played on some of the stations back in the summer of 66, I think. 1966. God, 1966 was an incredible year. Psychotic Reaction, 1966. Hey Joe by the Leaves, 1966. Lies by the Knickerbockers, late 65, early 66. Got to admit. 1966 was a classic year. Little Red Book, my Little Red Book, rather, did not do well. It was kind of respectable for love. It went to number 52, peaked at 52. It was on Billboard's Hot 100 for 11 weeks. That's almost 3 months. That's not bad. Well, This Is Love off their first album with My Little Red Book on Billboard's Hot 100, April 30th, 1966.